Archangel Michael just reviewed your entire life in the heavenly record, and he's urging you to act before one decision changes everything. Open this right now. The scrolls of heaven have been unsealed, and in this sacred hour, the book of records lies open before the throne. Archangel Michael, heaven's warrior and protector, has leaned over its pages, his gaze piercing through the timelines of your life. Nothing has been hidden, nothing forgotten, nothing erased. Every choice, every battle, every secret tear has been written in the eternal script. And now, a decree is being prepared, a decision that will not only shape your tomorrow, but could alter the course of your destiny forever. This moment is no ordinary passing of time. It is not a casual whisper from eternity. It is the stillness that comes when the heavenly court adjourns and the judge of all creation has given his sign. You stand at a threshold, and in the silence, the weight of eternity presses on your spirit. This is not for the multitude, not for the distracted, not for those whose ears are deafened by the noise of the world. This message has been drawn to you because heaven has singled out your name in this very hour. Michael has not come to deliver words lightly. When the commander of the heavenly host speaks, he carries the seal of divine urgency. For within the pages of your record lies a turning point, a moment of decision. One step forward could open the gates of destiny. One step backward could delay the promise already written. The balance of this hour is delicate, and the Spirit compels you not to delay, not to dismiss, not to harden your heart. Silence now becomes your preparation. Stillness is your sanctuary. In this stillness, you must ready yourself to hear what heaven has already decreed. The weight of this crossroads cannot be ignored. The path behind you has led to this sacred appointment, and the choice before you will ripple not only through your days, but through generations. This is your turning point, your awakening, your summons into destiny's light. Heaven is watching. Michael is standing. And the decree has been opened. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now activated. Hear the voice of the messenger who has been sent from the courts of eternity. Archangel Michael, captain of the armies of heaven, now bends low to speak directly to your soul. His words are not carried by chance, but by divine appointment. This is not the hour for hesitation. This is not the season for wandering thoughts. Heaven has stamped this moment with urgency, and before the next sunrise, before the close of this very week, your response will determine the flow of blessings that have been prepared for you. Michael stands as both witness and warrior. He has reviewed your journey in the heavenly record, and he has seen the moments when shadows tried to choke your light, when adversaries thought you would break, when even your own heart trembled under the weight of discouragement. Nothing has escaped his gaze, for he is the guardian assigned to the faithful, the defender of those who bear the seal of the living God. And now, as the decree unfolds, he comes not to frighten you, but to awaken you, to shake you from the slumber of delay and into the urgency of destiny. You must understand, what has been overlooked in your past cannot be overlooked now. The choices you once thought small, the prayers you once whispered in secret, the sacrifices that seemed unnoticed, every one of them has been written into the record. They have prepared the ground beneath your feet for this very hour. But the heavens are not passive. They are watching. They are waiting. They are aligning themselves with the decision you are about to make. The power of this moment is not in what has already passed, but in what you will do next. Michael speaks with authority because he does not speak of himself. He carries the decree of the Most High. When Michael moves, it is because God has signed the order. When Michael speaks, It is because heaven has decided that silence is no longer acceptable. And now, his words press against your spirit. Act before hesitation steals your blessing. Act before delay denies your destiny. Act before the adversary rises to snatch what has been prepared for you. Beloved soul, this word is not for the many. This word is not scattered among the crowd. This word has found its way into your life because you have been highlighted in the Spirit. You have been marked, set apart, chosen for this summons. Heaven has opened the book of records, and your name has been called. The whispers in your heart, the stirring that refuses to let you sleep, the weight that has pressed upon your chest, they are not accidents. They are heaven's alarms sounding within you, urging you to awaken, to align, to obey without delay. The time is short. The urgency is real. For even as you hear these words, forces are gathering, choices are forming, paths are splitting. And Michael stands as your protector, urging you to act, urging you to step forward, urging you to believe that what God has decreed cannot be denied, but it must be embraced. This is the moment of your invocation. This is the hour of your awakening. The call is upon you now, and heaven waits for your reply. Type "Amen" in the comments to release this word over your life. Blessing code 1444 is surrounding you now. The scroll of your life does not only reveal victories and triumphs, it also uncovers shadows, whispers, and hidden currents. As Archangel Michael looked into the record, he saw movements in the unseen. He saw betrayals cloaked in silence, eyes watching you in secret, lips speaking of you when you were not present. There have been whispers around you, subtle as smoke, yet heavy as chains. You have felt the chill of those whispers in the air, the strange unease when certain people enter the room, the sudden heaviness when conversations fall quiet as you arrive. Heaven has revealed that not everyone surrounding you celebrates your destiny. Some smile at you, yet their hearts carry envy. Some applaud you, yet their spirits quietly resist the favor that hovers over your life. Michael saw the shifts that human eyes cannot see. He saw how the atmosphere changes when your name is spoken in secret places. He saw those who sensed your breakthrough before you even knew it was coming. Their restlessness has been growing because your light disturbs their darkness. Your rising unsettles their complacency. And even though they cannot discern the full measure of what heaven has written over you, they can feel it, they can sense it, and it has already caused their hearts to tremble. You, too, have felt the stirring. You have woken in the night with a restlessness you could not explain. You have felt the weight in your spirit when no one else was around. You have noticed the unease that lingers like a shadow. These are not coincidences. They are signals from the Spirit, warnings from heaven that there is more happening around you than what your eyes can see. Michael has seen what others pretended not to notice. He has seen the wounds covered by smiles, the betrayals masked by false kindness, the schemes hidden in shadows. And he has come to uncover what has been cloaked, to bring light into the places where darkness has whispered. Beloved, not everyone walking beside you carries a heart that beats for your victory. Not everyone clapping for you is clapping with purity. There are those who secretly hope for your stumbling, who would rather see you delayed than advanced, who measure themselves against you and cannot bear to watch you rise. Yet, do not let this revelation shake you into fear. Instead, let it awaken you into discernment. Michael's review of your life is not meant to break your heart, but to open your eyes. What you sense is real, and what you feel in your spirit is confirmation that heaven is alerting you for the season ahead. This moment is unsettling because it must unsettle you. It must pull you from complacency into clarity. It must shake you so that you cannot rest in ignorance. The people around you may not all be what they appear, and heaven is urging you to discern, to watch, to remain sober in spirit. For your destiny is too great, your assignment too weighty, for you to be blindsided by what others attempt to conceal. This is why Michael stands guard, because what has been whispered in secret cannot override what God has decreed in heaven. The eyes of heaven have already pierced the shadows, and the record has been reviewed. The truth has been exposed, and your path has been marked. Walk with eyes wide open, and fear not, for what was meant to disrupt you will only confirm the anointing upon you. Type "I am anointed" in the comments if you receive this word. Blessing code 7777 has now been released over you. As Michael has revealed the hidden whispers and unveiled the unseen disruptions, I want to invite you into a deeper calling. When you support this ministry, you are not simply giving, you are sowing into the release of light against darkness. Every seed becomes a trumpet that carries the word into hearts that are waiting. Every gift fuels the fire of truth that rescues souls from deception. The Lord Himself has said, "What you sow in faith, I will multiply as harvest." And that word is alive for you right now. I feel led to say this plainly. Your support is not an earthly donation. It is a prophetic act. It is you declaring that heaven's mission matters more than the enemy's whispers. When you give through super thanks, membership, or even through the PayPal link in the description below, you are standing with the armies of heaven, ensuring that light keeps piercing the darkness. And I release this blessing over you. Every hand that gives will be anointed to receive. Every heart that sows will be drenched in increase. Step into this moment of obedience and watch the heavens open over your life. Give now, for the river of blessing flows to those who act in faith. The weight you feel, the chaos swirling around you, the strange storms that seem to rise without warning, they are not random. They are not accidents. They are not coincidences. What you are walking through is spiritual warfare, targeted against the destiny heaven has inscribed over your life. Michael has seen it in the heavenly record. The more your purpose unfolds, the more the opposition presses. The enemy is not fighting you because of where you are. He is fighting you because of where you are going. Hear this truth. The attacks are proof of your assignment. The resistance is confirmation of your calling. If you carried nothing, you would threaten nothing. But because you carry the imprint of heaven, because your life is wrapped in divine design, the adversary has sought to weary you, to confuse you, to tempt you into surrender. Yet the very intensity of this warfare is the evidence of your significance. You are not small in the spirit. You are not overlooked in heaven. The battles you face are signs that you have been chosen to carry a weight of glory that cannot be ignored. Michael, the guardian of destiny, has stood beside you in battles you could not see. When you wept and thought no one heard, the heavens recorded your cry. When you endured and thought no one cared, the courts of eternity documented your faithfulness. Heaven has not only seen what you endured, heaven has also recorded how you responded. Every moment of restraint when you wanted to lash out, every act of kindness when bitterness tried to overtake you, every prayer whispered when silence felt unbearable. They are all written in your record as testimony of your endurance. And because you endured, heaven now decrees that breakthrough is near. The conflict is not only around you, it is within you. Choices war against choices. Fear wrestles against faith. Delay battles against obedience. But Michael declares that this war is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to shape you. It is meant to reveal the warrior within you that you could not see until the fire exposed it. The conflict is the crucible, and the crucible is the confirmation. You are being tested not because you are weak, but because you are worthy. Understand this. The eyes of heaven are not blind to your struggle. The angels are not deaf to your cries. Michael himself has been dispatched as a defender in battle. His sword is drawn, and his presence is proof that the fight belongs not to you, but to the Lord. When you feel overwhelmed, when you feel surrounded, remember that the heavens have already tilted in your favor. What the adversary intends for evil, heaven is converting into testimony. What the enemy planned for shame, the Father is weaving into glory. This conflict is framed not as your destruction, but as your ascension. The turbulence is not a signal to retreat, but a call to rise. Heaven has marked you, and because of that, the earth responds with shaking. Yet even in the shaking, your foundation stands secure. The record has been reviewed. The decree has been released. And Michael declares over you now, you will not fall. You will not fail. You will not be forsaken. This warfare is not the end. It is the sign that a new chapter of victory has already begun. Type "victory is mine" in the comments if you receive this word. Blessing code 1010 has now been released over your life. The heavens tremble because a moment of collision draws near. Archangel Michael has sounded the alarm from the book of records, and the decree has been sealed. Within the coming hours, within the approaching days, choices and actions will converge. There will be no more delay, no more pause, no more lingering in the shadows of indecision. For within 72 hours, the unseen battle that has already shifted in the spirit will begin to echo in the natural realm. Michael has seen what is forming behind closed doors. He has seen conversations carried out in whispers, the plotting of hearts, the schemes that move like smoke in the dark. He has seen the confrontations being planned, the tests being prepared, the moments being set that will challenge your resolve. It may come through a word, through a person, through a circumstance designed to shake your confidence. It may appear suddenly, cloaked as ordinary, yet carrying extraordinary weight. The Spirit says this: you are about to be tested in a moment that looks small, but in the courts of eternity, it carries great consequence. Pressure is mounting, and the atmosphere itself testifies. Have you not felt the quickening in your spirit? Have you not sensed the tension around you, as though everything is holding its breath, waiting for something to unfold? That unease is the sign. That restlessness is the confirmation. The spirit realm has already shifted, and now the natural world is catching up. Soon, what was hidden will step into plain sight. Soon, what was whispered will be revealed. Soon, what has lingered in darkness will seek to step into the light. Beloved soul, this is not a moment to delay. The window of obedience is not wide, it is narrow. The enemy knows that hesitation is his greatest weapon against the chosen. He does not need to destroy you if he can delay you. He does not need to defeat you if he can distract you. Michael declares that the danger of this hour is not in the enemy's schemes, but in your response. If you act with obedience, the heavens will align. If you pause in doubt, the moment will slip away. This is why the urgency presses so heavily. The book of records shows no space for indecision here. This is a crossroads, and the decree from heaven has already been issued. Do not think this word is for someone else. Do not imagine it is meant for another time. The Spirit has pulled you into this moment because you are standing on the edge of decision. To act is to move forward into the promise. To delay is to give ground to the adversary. Heaven waits for your answer, and time will not wait long. Michael's sword has been drawn, and his presence is not casual. He is here because the collision is near. He is here because the decree has weight. He is here because the decision you make in this hour will open gates in the spirit that ripple through your future. Do not take lightly what heaven has taken seriously. Do not dismiss what the Spirit has shouted. Within 72 hours, align yourself with obedience and watch the heavens release what was withheld. The moment has come. The choice is at hand, and heaven is watching for your response. Type "I will obey" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1717 is now surrounding you. Beloved soul, hear this clearly. The safest place you can stand right now is not in the noise of the crowd, but in the stillness of heaven. Michael has reviewed the record of your life, and his charge to you in this season is simple yet powerful. Be silent, be still, and be watchful. For silence in this hour is not weakness, it is warfare. Stillness is not retreat, it is your shield. The enemy waits for rash words, for quick reactions, for careless responses that open doors he cannot open on his own. But heaven instructs you now, do not hand him the key. Michael speaks with the authority of a general who has seen countless battles. He knows that silence is not empty, it is a fortress. It is the space where heaven fights on your behalf without interference. You have no need to defend yourself with words when the King of Kings has already issued his decree. You do not need to explain yourself to those who will not understand, for the record has already been reviewed in heaven's court, and your innocence, your endurance, your purity of heart have been written as testimony. To speak prematurely is to weaken your position, but to remain still is to let heaven thunder on your behalf. Do not confuse silence with inactivity. Silence is the loudest declaration in the spirit realm, for it declares trust. It declares obedience. It declares that you will not bow to provocation, but you will wait for the strategy of the Lord. Michael is urging you, hold your peace, guard your words, stay hidden in the secret place. Withdraw from the clamor of unnecessary voices, for this is the hour when every word counts, every action carries weight, and every response becomes part of your record. Heaven's strategy is clear. Your silence will become your shield, and your obedience will be your defense. You are surrounded by angelic guard. Michael himself has stepped forward with his sword drawn, and his legions encircle you, even now. Though enemies may scheme, they will find their plots dissolving like mist. Though voices may rise against you, they will find their accusations falling powerless. Though traps may be set in secret, they will collapse under the weight of heaven's decree. Your safety is not in striving but in surrendering. Your protection is not in force, but in faith. Rest in the assurance that you are not alone. Michael stands watch at the gate of your destiny. The record of your life has been weighed and reviewed, and heaven has decided to cover you in this hour. Do not be anxious, for the silence is not empty. It is filled with a roar of unseen battles being fought on your behalf. Do not grow restless, for the stillness is not stagnation. It is the posture of those whom heaven defends. Your part is to trust, to pray, to listen, to remain steady. Heaven's part is to fight, to shield, to protect, to deliver. This is your protective guidance. Stay silent, stay still, and stay surrendered. And as you do, you will see the salvation of the Lord rise like a banner over your life. Your enemies will not understand how their words lost their sting, how their plans dissolved into nothing. They will only see that you stand, untouched, surrounded by light. Michael has already gone ahead. Your safety is sealed. Your victory is sure. Type "I am covered" in the comments if you receive this word. Blessing code 2020 has now been activated over your life. Now hear this. Beloved soul, you are not who you once were. The trials you endured, the battles you survived, the nights you wept alone, they were not wasted moments. They were the fire of refinement. The book of records does not only testify of your wounds, it testifies of your transformation. Michael has seen it, line by line, page by page. What the enemy believed would break you has only built you. What was designed to bury you has instead become the soil in which your roots grew deeper. You are no longer standing as the person they thought you were. You are rising as the warrior heaven always knew you to be. Every hardship was a chisel in the hand of the master. Every storm was a furnace that forged your spirit into unshakable steel. The fire you walked through has purified you, stripped away what could not endure, and revealed what could never be destroyed. Michael declares, your scars are not your shame, they are your strength. They are proof that you endured what others could not, and you still stand, clothed in light, wrapped in favor, sealed in destiny. Lift up your head, for you are not the victim of the season. You are the victor rising out of it. The label of weakness no longer belongs to you. The identity of defeat is stripped away. Heaven does not call you broken. Heaven calls you chosen. Heaven does not see you as abandoned. Heaven sees you as anointed. Every moment of pain became fuel for power. Every tear watered the ground of your promise. And now, Michael declares, it is time to walk not as one crushed, but as one crowned. This empowerment is not pride, it is not arrogance. It is divine recognition. It is heaven confirming what has always been written in your record, that you are called, appointed, and equipped. The same fire that once frightened you has now refined you. The same storms that threatened to drown you have now lifted you higher. The wings you thought were clipped are spreading, stretching, and rising on the winds of destiny. You are moving from the shadows into the light, from survival into authority, from trembling into triumph. Do not shrink back into the smallness others placed upon you. Do not let the voices of doubt or jealousy redefine what heaven has already named. Michael proclaims, the season of hiding has ended, the season of rising has begun. You are stepping into rooms you once feared, standing in places you once avoided, speaking with authority you once questioned. You are not merely passing through this season, you are being promoted by it. You are not stumbling out of the fire, you are ascending through it. This is your empowerment. Heaven already sees you as victorious. The conflict you faced was never designed to destroy you, but to reveal you. Now, rise with confidence. Rise with courage. Rise with the certainty that you are not who they thought you were. You are greater. You are stronger. You are chosen. And as you walk in this identity, the earth will see what heaven already knows. You are a warrior. You are a witness. You are unstoppable in the power of the Lord. Type "I am rising" in the comments if you receive this word. Blessing code 3030 is now unlocked over your life. The record has been reviewed, the pages turned, the decree examined. And now heaven speaks. This moment is not coincidence. It is divine unlocking. Michael has leaned over the scroll of your life and declared that what was hidden is being revealed, what was delayed is being released, and what was questioned is being confirmed. Your name has been inscribed not in the dust of time, but in the eternal record of destiny. The very fact that you hear this word in this hour is heaven's confirmation that your life has been chosen for a breakthrough no force of darkness can restrain. Michael declares, your waiting has not been in vain. The battles you fought in silence, the prayers you prayed in secret, the tears you cried when no one else was near, all of them have reached the throne. Heaven has counted every sigh, gathered every tear, recorded every prayer, and weighed every trial. And the decree has now been issued. The season of withholding has ended. The season of release has begun. That which was locked behind closed doors is being opened. That which was stalled is being set into motion. That which was resisted is being delivered with acceleration. This revelation is not only about promise, it is about confirmation. Michael's review of your life was heaven's way of validating that you have passed through the fire and you have come forth refined. What others doubted, heaven confirms. What others overlooked, heaven has magnified. Your story has not been erased. It has been exalted. Heaven does not see you as broken or forgotten, but as beloved and appointed. This hour has arrived to announce that the plans written over you will not fail. The ink of your destiny was written with the eternal hand of God, and no adversary can blot it out. Beloved soul, the Spirit declares, you are standing at the doorway of release. What was withheld is about to be released. What was denied is about to be granted. What was delayed is about to arrive. The enemy thought he had buried your promise, but heaven has preserved it, and now it rises into your hands. Michael has stamped this decree with urgency. Do not look backward. Do not shrink in doubt. Do not hesitate in fear. The revelation of heaven is clear. Your destiny is alive, your blessing is near, and your breakthrough is here. This is the revelation that shifts everything. You are not just another name in the crown. Heaven knows your name. Heaven knows your story. Heaven knows your endurance, your sacrifice, your faith. And because heaven knows, heaven has decreed. The prophecy of your release is not spoken as possibility, but as certainty. You are stepping into what has already been written. You are walking into what has already been secured. You are receiving what has already been assigned. Michael declares it, and the Spirit seals it. Your time has come. Type "My name is written" in the comments if you receive this revelation. Blessing code 4545 is now surrounding you. Just as Michael has revealed that your name is written in the eternal record, I want to remind you of the power of standing with heaven's mission here on earth. Every time you give, whether through super thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you are sowing into the expansion of God's Word, carrying this fire to souls who are still waiting for their awakening. This is not about helping a platform. It is about partnering with heaven's harvest. The Lord says, those who sow in tears will reap with joy, and your giving becomes a seed in that prophetic promise. When you release your gift, it is more than money. It is oil poured into the lamps of this ministry so the flame never goes out. Do not miss this divine moment. Giving in this hour is a prophetic act of alignment, a declaration that you choose to walk in the light of destiny. And I speak this blessing over you. As you sow, you will be sown into. As you pour, you will be poured into. Support this work now, and may the heavens open over your life with rivers of increase. Beloved, the decree has been spoken. The revelation has been unveiled, but now comes the hour of your response. For destiny is not passive, it is awakened by obedience. Heaven has aligned the scrolls of your life. Michael has sounded the trumpet of urgency, and the Spirit declares, now is the time to activate what has been written. The record of your life contains not only what you have endured, but what you are about to step into. The heavens lean forward, waiting for your yes, waiting for your declaration, waiting for the choice that unlocks the floodgates. You must understand, activation does not come through words alone. It comes through the fire of decision. Heaven waits for those who will not only hear, but respond, not only believe, but act. This is the hour to rise, to align, to take steps that confirm your faith. Every angel is watching. Every page of your record is open, and your next movement becomes part of eternity's testimony. Do not shrink back in fear, for fear has no voice in heaven's courts. Do not delay in hesitation, for hesitation is the thief of destiny. Instead, declare boldly, I am chosen, I am ready, I am moving into what God has written for me. Michael stands as the witness of your activation. He has not only revealed the urgency of this hour, but also guards the gates you are about to pass through. The gates of destiny swing open only when faith presses forward. The promises of God are not unlocked by wishful thinking, but by obedient action. Heaven's scrolls have been signed with your name, but the ink of destiny flows when you walk in boldness. Do not think the record is sealed without your participation. Your faith is the signature that seals it. This activation demands more than words. It demands posture. Lift your head as one who is called. Step forward as one who is anointed. Speak with the authority of one who has heaven's decree behind them. You are not moving into uncertainty. You are stepping into what has already been written. The moment you align your spirit, your steps, and your declaration, heaven releases what was once withheld. Michael declares, rise, for your moment is now. Do not treat this lightly. Many have heard the call, but only few respond with action. The Spirit is urging you not to sit idle, not to wait for a perfect time, not to look backward in regret. The perfect time has already been stamped upon this hour. This is your divine appointment. This is your moment of activation. The record has been reviewed, the prophecy has been declared, and now the decision rests in your response. Heaven waits, but heaven will not wait long. So rise. Declare it with your voice, seal it with your faith, and walk into it with boldness. You are not activating a dream. You are activating a decree. You are not chasing possibility. You are stepping into prophecy. Heaven has signed it. Michael has witnessed it. Now you must live it. Destiny is calling your name, and the gates are open before you. Step through. Type I activate my destiny in the comments if you receive this word. Blessing code 5656 is now flowing over your life. Beloved soul, while you live, breathe, and move in the natural, there is another realm where transactions are taking place. Silent, unseen, yet more real than the ground beneath your feet. Michael has reviewed the record of your life, and in the unseen courts of heaven, exchanges are being made. What was stolen is being returned. What was delayed is being accelerated. What was unjustly taken is being restored with interests. Do not mistake silence in the spirit for inactivity, for heaven works even when the earth is still. Michael has stood in the chambers of divine counsel, presenting your record before the throne. He has laid before the judge of all creation every injustice, every betrayal, every attack, every wound you endured with faith. And while you thought your prayers were lost in the wind, they were in fact gathered as evidence. While you wept in the dark, those tears became legal documents in heaven's courts. While you wrestled in silence, heaven was negotiating on your behalf. Do you see now? The silence was not neglect, it was transaction. It was heaven building the case for your reversal. There are moments when the spirit realm moves quietly, like tides pulling beneath the surface, unseen yet unstoppable. Such a moment is now upon you. Michael declares that heaven has already ruled in your favor. While you slept, angels stood guard at your side. While you mourned, intercession rose like incense before the throne. While you fought unseen battles, heaven was shifting records, marking decrees, and sealing verdicts. What the enemy tried to stamp against you has been blotted out. What accusations were written against your name have been erased by fire. Do not be deceived by the silence of the season. Silence has been sacred. It has been the pause of heaven rearranging the scales, the stillness of eternity preparing your inheritance. Even when you felt abandoned, the courts of heaven were busy. Even when you felt forgotten, your name was being whispered in angelic halls. The enemy thought your silence meant surrender, but in truth it meant strength, for while you waited, heaven worked. Now comes the manifestation. Michael proclaims, "What was lost is returning. What was withheld is being delivered. What was sabotaged is being redeemed." The exchange is complete, and not only will you receive what was taken, you will receive more. For heaven does not return in equal measure. Heaven returns in abundance. The oil flows until it overflows. The manna falls until it covers the ground. The blessing comes pressed down, shaken together, and running over. This is not restoration by man's measure, but by heaven's decree. Beloved, the record of your life has been weighed, and the verdict has been written. You will see the hand of God turn silence into song, sorrow into joy, lack into abundance. The transaction has been sealed. What was once invisible will now become visible. What was once delayed will now arrive swiftly. Michael's presence is the guarantee. The exchange is finished, and your season of divine return has begun. Type "Heaven has ruled in my favor" in the comments if you receive this word. Blessing code 8181 is now surrounding your life. Hear this decree, beloved soul. The scales of heaven are moving, and the God of justice has risen to act. Michael has reviewed the record of your life, and every injustice, every betrayal, every loss has been weighed before the throne. The time of silence has ended, and the time of reversal has begun. For what was meant for your destruction is turning into your elevation. What was meant to bury you is becoming the ground of your promotion, and what was meant to shame you is being transformed into your testimony of glory. Michael declares with authority, the very trap set for your feet will ensnare those who design them. The very accusations spoken against you will fall powerless and return upon the heads of the accusers. The very losses that left you empty will be restored sevenfold. Heaven does not overlook injustice. Heaven does not forget betrayal. The book of records has preserved every detail, and now the judge of eternity has signed the decree. Divine reversal is in motion. Beloved, do not look at your circumstances and assume they are final. Do not measure your destiny by the limits of what man has said or done. For the Lord says, I will overturn, 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 until it belongs to the one to whom I give it. That overturning is happening now. The betrayal that wounded you will serve as the platform of your breakthrough. The rejection that pushed you aside will become the doorway through which you are elevated. What they thought would harm you has only positioned you for favor. Michael has seen how the adversary tried to tilt the scales against you. He saw the envy, the jealousy, the lies whispered in shadows. But heaven is not blind, nor is heaven unjust. The divine order is being restored. The same way Joseph's brothers thought they were burying his dream, yet were unknowingly pushing him into his throne, so too will every injustice in your life turn into the very reason you are lifted higher. Heaven's justice does not merely restore, it reverses. It takes the enemy's weapon and forges it into a tool of blessing. You are stepping into a season where tables are turning. Those who underestimated you will have to witness your rising. Those who dismissed you will have to see you crowned with favor. Those who thought you were forgotten will be forced to see the hand of God upon you. And even as they watch, they will know it was not your strength, not your striving, but the justice of heaven that reversed the decree. This is why Michael's presence is significant. He is not only the defender in battle, he is the enforcer of heaven's justice. His sword is drawn not only to protect, but to execute reversal. And now he stands before you, declaring, "It is finished." The verdict has been signed. Justice has been served. Favor has been released. The tides have shifted, and nothing the enemy does can halt the wave of reversal now flowing into your life. Beloved, rejoice not in vengeance, but in vindication. Rejoice not in their downfall, but in your rising. The record has been reviewed, and heaven has ruled. You will be restored, you will be elevated, you will be crowned. What they planned has returned upon them, but what God planned is rising upon you. This is your season of justice. This is your hour of divine reversal. Type "divine justice" is mine in the comments if you receive this word. Blessing code 9090 is now released into your life. Beloved soul, the record has been opened, the decree has been spoken, and the message has been delivered. Archangel Michael has reviewed the span of your life. Every tear, every trial, every victory, and every moment of faith. Nothing was overlooked. Nothing was forgotten. And from the courts of eternity, the verdict is clear. You are chosen, you are sealed, you are sent. The hand of God has marked you for destiny, and no adversary can erase what has been written. This is not the end of a message. It is the beginning of a movement in your life. The heavens have shifted. The earth will now respond, and your obedience will carry you into new realms of blessing. What once felt delayed will now accelerate. What once seemed withheld will now overflow. The season of shadows is passing, and the season of light is dawning. Michael declares, "Rise with courage, for heaven walks with you." You are not stepping forward in your own strength, but in the covering of angelic guard. You are not moving in uncertainty, but in divine assurance. The decree over your life is sealed, and your path has been secured. Walk boldly, for you are never alone. The hosts of heaven surround you, the Spirit of God empowers you, and the covenant of eternity covers you. From this moment forward, let your steps be steady, let your faith be strong, let your voice declare, "I am chosen, I am protected, I am victorious." This is your final affirmation. You are seen, you are sealed, and you are sent. You are covered by divine protection, strengthened by divine promise, and released into divine purpose. Heaven's decree has been spoken, Michael's sword has been drawn, and your destiny has been activated. Now walk in peace, for the Lord himself goes before you, and his angels encamp round about you. You are chosen. You are rising. You are victorious. Type "I am sealed" in the comments if you receive this closing word. Blessing code 1212 is now released over your life. As we close, I feel led to remind you that this ministry is more than words. It is a divine mission. Every message sent forth is a seed of light breaking through darkness. When you give, whether through Super Thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you are partnering with heaven to carry these prophetic decrees to souls across the world. Your support becomes oil poured into lamps, ensuring that this fire never burns out. The Lord declares, "Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed." As you sow into this work, you are not only unlocking blessings for others, but also releasing heaven's increase over your own life. This is a prophetic act, a declaration that you believe in the mission of God's Word moving forward with power. And I release this blessing over you now. May your giving open gates of favor, may your faith unlock rivers of provision, and may your obedience position you for overflow. Step into this divine partnership today and watch the heavens pour into your life abundantly.